Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, Pune brings to you a webinar on canvas painting, making a masterpiece. To express yourself on canvas beautifully with acrylic paints, to put down your master strokes on paper to create a fine art by our speaker Dipali Akolkar. To get those hands on your artistic skills, our chairman Shri Subhashji Parmar has inspired and guided us. To rejoice yourself by painting, which is a vitamin for happy mind, to make an artwork of your thoughts and design, let's begin with our today's artistic webinar.
A very good morning to all. On behalf of Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, I, Mrs. Sarika Rahul Paigude, welcome you all for our today's interesting webinar, Canvas Painting, Preparing a Masterpiece by Mrs. Dipali Akolkar ma'am. Painting is a way for children to do many things like exploring colors and expressing emotions. Painting allows children an educational opportunity that is also fun and exciting. To improve the motor skills and to help children understand themselves and their world, we at Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, under the support and guidance of our chairman, Shri Subhashji Parmar sir, and our respected committee members, have come up with this wonderful webinar, which will benefit all of us. Now, I request our principal, Mrs. Jacinta Manuel ma'am, to kindly share her views. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to our today's Vijay Vallabh Sunday Hour. I am privileged to welcome our esteemed guest, Mrs. Dipali Akolkar, for accepting our invitation and joining us today for an interesting webinar on canvas painting. Canvas painting is an excellent activity that fosters creative exploration. The reward of creating visually appealing artwork of students give the painter a sense of pride and happiness in the work, which helps boost self-esteem and inspire students to reach new levels of skills. Canvas painting helps in building strong mental health at every age, and it's never too late to start a new hobby. We at Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School master their skills by completing art projects and learning to express themselves in a new ways, and help students to gain confidence and perseverance. We do encourage our students to participate in various competitions and also conduct many workshops in our Institute of Education and Career Development, wherein parents and students have passionate for learning and can choose this field as their career. We are genuinely proud to be led by the chairman, Shri Subhashji Parmar sir, for the motivation, support and guidance he has bestowed upon us. Thank you, sir. Over to you, Sarika.
Thank you, ma'am. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our today's chief guest, Mrs. Dipali Akolkar ma'am, for our today's Vijay Vallabh Sunday Hour. Ma'am has done her master's in computer management and bachelor's in commerce with specials as marketing and entrepreneurship. Ma'am is the founder and owner of Funsmartism Activity Center, which provides unique workshops, multiple intelligence, training, DIY projects, brain gym, skill development, etc. Ma'am is also an owner director of ISV IT Private Limited software company. Ma'am provides a helping hand to parents to smartly raise multi-intelligent children. Ma'am has also done child development courses in Pune and some in USA too. Ma'am's motto is expanding the horizon of learning in India. You are most welcome, ma'am. Now, I request Mrs. Akolkar ma'am to kindly share her views. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for inviting me for this Sunday art. And it's very exciting morning today because we are going to do a lot of painting today, a lot of colors. So we are going to fill our Sunday with lots of colors and lots of excitement. Are you all excited to do your painting? You know why painting has to be done? It has multiple dimensions to it. Some may do it just for relaxation. Some may do it to express themselves. Some may do it to find colors in their life. Some may do it just to remove their stress. So yes, whatever is your reason, but then that is very exciting. So let's begin today's session. Thank you. Okay, now we are going to do some painting. We'll just do the base painting today first. First, we'll take some kind of canvas like this, and then we'll be doing base painting. Yeah, so we'll begin with the painting now. We have taken one canvas like this. It's a blank canvas, and we'll just make some line just to give us guidance. Here we'll be doing sky and here we'll be doing water. So are you all ready, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's draw some line in between the canvas, just halfway, very lightly, just to give us guidance. We don't want that line to appear very bright or very dark. And here we've drawn a line. Okay, now we'll take some color. Just fill up too much. We are starting with yellow color. Starting with yellow color.
Recording in progress.
And we've just taken this color. I've just given some dots of yellow. And take color from this, just dip your brush a little and just put some drops of yellow. Just lightly, you don't have to do a lot of it. Then I'll wipe my brush. Yeah. Just lightly, not much. Now I'm taking some orange color. Again, I'll dip my brush just a little and then pass on this color.
Yes, ma'am.
And we'll be making 2 lines of orange. Don't make it too watery. Just make 2 lines of it. Now we'll just wipe out. Now we'll be taking third color. First we'll take pink. We'll be taking pink color. Just dip your brush little, and we'll be just making one line of drops. Now we'll again wash our brush. I'll be taking blue color. We just need very little of blue color. So we'll just make one line. That's it. And some dots here and there. That's it. Okay, so now I wipe my brush again. And now you see the magic. We've taken a small piece of sponge here. We've just taken a small piece of sponge here and we'll just make it wet. And just make it wet. We will just use the sponge and spread this up. Feel that yellow is less, you can take more of yellow, but make sure to cover the canvas wherever you put yellow. I feel yellow a bit less, so I'll just take some more yellow. But we don't need more of it. Yeah, that's it. Now we'll just spread that yellow. And if you feel that it is not working, just leave it. After some time, it will get mixed. Now, we'll just take the same sponge and spread orange. Make sure to spread it well. And don't worry of the color mixing because we are going to mix them anyway. Now I feel that pink is a little less here. That will adjust. Don't let your paint dry up before you mix. You can just take a brush and mix it well. I feel pink is a bit less, so I'll just add some more pink. I'll just wipe my brush, take some pink. You just need very little of pink. Then just mix it up. Just wet your brush. Just wet your sponge. So that extra is removed out. And don't mind mixing it with the blue. So it will look almost like purple. And there's nothing wrong or nothing right. It's your art, so you can do it your way. So you don't have to worry about what colors you are seeing here and what colors you are getting in the canvas. So not to worry about it. I'll just wipe it out and try to color the blue. Oh, now it is dry. So I really need to smudge it up. If you feel that it is more, you can just take a sponge, dip it in water, move the color. Whenever you feel it is more, you can just remove it. Now we will do some more blue on it by directly taking the blue color. But not too much. Make sure that you don't use too much of blue. I'll just take another sponge. Spread it out. That's it. Are you all with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Spread it up accordingly.
Yes.
If you have any problems, let me know. And whenever you paint, that color has to come at the side also. Now let it dry. If your water becomes too much with the color, just change the water so that the same colors don't come up in the other colors. It doesn't get mixed. No, just spread it. Don't do the drop, just spread it. Yes. Don't dab it too much. Don't paint the whole thing with the brush, just spread it with the sponge. Yeah, make the sponge a little wet and spread it horizontally. Spread it horizontally. Just to speed up the process, I had got this from home and we did this now. So this is the sky, this is the water, sky and water. So we'll just keep this to dry right now. Just let it dry so that after that we can proceed further for the other part of the workshop. So are you all with me? Are you all also painting at home? I hope that you all are done with the base background of the painting. And now we'll let it dry. It has to dry at least 10-15 minutes. These colors dry up fast, so not an issue. So let's see what we can do till then.
Thank you, ma'am. Children are enjoying the colors. Now, I hand over to Gitanjali teacher to proceed with the question and answers round. Over to you, Gitanjali.
Once again, a very happy morning to all our viewers who are connected to us on Facebook Live for one more creative and interesting topic, canvas painting, preparing a masterpiece. A happy morning to you, Dipali Akolkar ma'am. You all are aware that painting is a vitamin for happy mind. It is a process which helps you express your ideas, your thoughts and thinking process. Painting helps you to associate your different emotions and lead you to the relaxation and meditation part. Canvas painting is thus an inspiration for creative minds. Thus, paint whenever you feel like and whatever you feel like. Hence, I'm sure that you all will be enriched with the fun of art and creativity. So let's begin with our question answers round. I hereby request our student, Isha Chavan of Standard 5th to ask the question. Over to you, Isha.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Isha Gaurav Chavan. My question is, Good morning, ma'am. My name is Isha Gaurav Chavan. My question is, which paintings can we do on canvas?
A very nice question, Isha. Ma'am, canvas पर आपण कोणकोणत्या पेंटिंग्स करू शकतो?
Whichever painting you want. Whichever painting you want. What do you like? Would you like to paint a coffee mug? Would you like to paint a cactus? Would you like to paint a building? Or would you like to paint some person? Or would you like to paint some kind of event? Or would you like to paint some kind of design? Or would you like to paint some kind of fruits? Or would you like to paint some kind of food items? Whatever comes to your mind. Painting does not have any kind of restriction. You can paint anything and everything on canvas, whatever you feel like. It can be an abstract design. It can be some just dots of colors. It can be anything and everything that you want. So there's no problem in designing or in painting anything on canvas. So today we are going to do something of landscape. So I think we have already started with the landscape painting. So we'll see that how easily you can convert your idea and put it up in your canvas and admire it forever.
Wow, that's so nice. मनात जी कुठली इच्छा येईल ती आपण कॅनव्हासवर उतारू शकतो. It's very nice. Painting has no limitations at all. Now, a student Arya Paigode of Standard 7 would like to ask the next question. Over to you, Arya.
A very good morning to everyone. My name is Arya Rahul Paigude. Ma'am, please can you tell me what are the types of canvas painting?
A very nice question, Arya. Ma'am, canvas painting चे exactly किती प्रकार आहेत?
तसे तर भरपूर प्रकार आहेत. There are lots of types, but majorly we can divide it into 4 types. First is portrait. So in old days, there used to be all portraits. Now you see that there are so many historical people. So from the history, whoever were there that time, so people used to do their painting. because that time there were no cameras to take the photo or to take the shooting. So that time they used to do their portrait. So everything and anything related to one person or related to a group, that is called as portrait painting. Then second major type of painting, we can call it as genre painting. So in that we show some kind of event, maybe some basic event from our life, maybe some cooking, or maybe marketplace, or maybe eating together, or maybe some group activity, whatever it is. So second type is genre. Third type, we can call it as historic. So historical events, to capture those historical events, that time again they didn't have camera, so they used to do the painting about that event, and they used to keep it in their memory forever, to really cherish that event. Now fourth type, what do you think? Yes, landscape painting. So landscape painting is all about nature. Wherever you see anything and everything in nature, that all you can cover up in the landscape painting. So majorly some sunrise, some sunset, some moonrise, some moonset, and anything and everything in between. Right from sunrise till moonrise, everything in between. Maybe a flower, maybe a butterfly, maybe some nature, maybe some tree, maybe some dried up tree, maybe some lakes, whatever. So majorly 4 types, but then there are many other types also, but that we'll see later. Like first, these are the basic classification. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. थोडक्यात असं म्हणायला हरकत नाही की कॅनव्हास पेंटिंग plays the role of a smartphone camera, which helps to cherish the special moments of every situation. Thank you so much. Now we move on to our next question. Mehak Dave of Standard 5th would like to ask the question. Over to you, Mehak.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Mehak Dave. My question is, what all do we need in canvas painting?
A nice question indeed. कॅनव्हास पेंटिंग करण्यासाठी आपल्याला कोणत्या कोणत्या गोष्टींची आवश्यकता आहे मॅम?
Basic things of painting. First and foremost, an idea. Your idea about what you're going to paint. Second, some kind of material on which you're going to paint, maybe either paper, maybe either canvas, maybe some wood palette, or anything, even cloth. Then what do we need? Of course, colors. Without colors, how will we paint? But then there are some people who do sketching. So for that, they don't need colors. There are some people who do painting with the ball pen. So even for that, they don't need colors. But then majorly, we need colors for any other kind of canvas painting. And some brush and some makeshift items like this sponge that we use to correct our drawing or painting. But that is not mandatory. Some people just directly do it with a brush, and some people just directly do the whole painting with the sponge. It becomes easier with the sponge to spread so that the brush strokes are not seen. And the basic things, nothing more than that. So whatever you have available, you can use that for your canvas painting.
व्हेरी नाईस मॅम. हॉबी जोपासणं खूपच सोपं आहे, कारण खूप बेसिक गोष्टी वापरून आपण खूप छान क्रिएटिव्हिटी पेपरवर उतरवू शकतो. थँक्यू सो मच. नाउ आय रिक्वेस्ट रोहिणी खत्री ऑफ स्टँडर्ड 5th टू आस्क द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. ओव्हर टू यू, रोहिणी.
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Rohini Khatri. My question is, do I need to know drawing before I can start canvas painting?
प्रत्येकाच्या मनात तो प्रश्न असतोच की कॅनव्हास पेंटिंग करण्याआधी किंवा करण्यासाठी ड्रॉइंग येणे कितपत जरुरी आहे.
I don't think that is necessary. As I said, everybody has their own reason for doing canvas painting. Some people just want to express themselves. Some people just want to reduce their stress. Some people just want to show some event or anything and everything in between. So they can do canvas painting whenever they feel like and whatever they feel like. So for that, you don't need any kind of drawing skills at all. As I said, that there are some people who do abstract painting also, to just put some colors, just put some designs. Then there are some people who do geometric paintings also. So for that, they don't need any kind of drawing skills. And there are many people who do exact looking canvas painting or exact looking portrait. So for that, they need some extra skills. But then to begin with canvas painting, you don't need any kind of skills of drawing. You can just start, and you can start from the basic things like how we are doing today, just basic things, and then you can move on further. After you start, after you do some kind of paintings, then you get confident enough that you can try out other things. So I don't think that is necessary.
Okay, so for doing the canvas painting, anybody can do it and anybody can picturize anything. So you don't need basic artistic skills. Thank you, ma'am. As we are proceeding further, we are coming to our last question, and I am really, I want to know how does the canvas painting help to develop the learning process of our children? Could you please tell us about it?
Sure. Yeah, as I said, this is about experiencing and expressing your feelings, or through painting, expressing your feelings through painting, acquire hand and eye coordination. Yes, of course, that is needed. Then develop perseverance, learn sizes, shapes, patterns, and designs, develop their decision-making skills. Children do develop their decision-making skills. Right now also we saw that children were judging whether this color is more or that color is more, whether it is spreading properly or no. So that kind of small decisions they start taking. Great platform to bond. So whenever people are doing some painting together, they bond with each other very quickly. So that is something to bond with your parents, with your family members, with your friends. This plays a role of therapy. As I said, that sometimes some people use painting to reduce their stress, because once you're into painting, that time you forget everything around, and that time your heart starts singing some kind of song automatically, or some kind of music. So that definitely works as a therapy. That is a great platform to develop fine motor skills. Yeah, because we use our hand, because we use our fingers. So that is something very good to develop our fine motor skills. And this definitely gives a positive outlook about the world around, because you can start thinking, oh, I can paint this, I can paint that, I can paint this also. So definitely it gives a positive attitude towards the world. And I hope I answered.
Very true, ma'am. Painting in itself is a positive source of enrichment of all levels of development for children. Through this question answers round, we have seen that we are covering all these developmental skills. So now we'll experience the real painting with our children, which we had started with the beginning of the program, and now we'll just continue with it. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, definitely. We almost finished with the background, and I hope the background is dried now. Has it dried? Okay, now let's begin. So we are beginning with the next part of the painting. So that will be Give me those bowls and some water. So now first we'll draw some moon. So for that I've just taken the cap. I'm just putting it here. Now you all will take a small cap, put it here. Make sure that you use the back side of the cap. Don't put it this way, otherwise the colors will also smudge. And just put it here and draw a circle. Just a basic guideline for us. Just draw a circle. And now let that dry. We don't want to hurry up with it. I'll just take some brush. Make sure that whenever you're using white color, that time your brush is totally clean. I'll just take some, very little. And that's just first fill up the moon and then do the outside line. And don't worry even if your moon is not full or not in a proper circle, because anyway, moon has different shapes, right? Every day we can see different part of the moon. That's it. And with the moon. Are you all enjoying there? I hope you all also doing the painting at home. We all are enjoying here. Are you all enjoying?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone needs my help? Okay. Now I just dry up, clean my brush, dry it up. If anyone wants to use any of the brushes, you all can. Okay. Now, I'll just proceed with this. Just be making some lines for my guidance, for just guiding me for the other part. You all can just keep it like this if your color is not dried, so that you can just make straight line. Just make 2 straight lines and we'll just be making some lines. This is just a basic lines. not an issue, just a small hut. Yeah, that's it. Now I'll be painting this with a very thin brush. Make sure to keep your hand very, very steady. And if you feel that you're not comfortable to do this thin line with your brush, you can use a black color pen. Just dip my brush and make sure that whenever you're doing anything very thin like this, that time your brush is not too wet. It should not be too wet. Otherwise the line will not be very firm. Otherwise the line will not be very straight. It will not be visible. It will not be clear enough. I'm just taking one drop of the black paint, not much, because we don't need a lot of color. I've just taken it on my tip. Or else what you can do is easier thing. Just take your scale, just put it here on your line, wherever you've drawn. Just paint with it. That's it. Whenever you have any kind of stain or anything, you can just wipe it off. And anyway, we can do the correction there later. Is it okay for you all? Now I will be again taking the scale just for my guide. This becomes easier so that it doesn't get smudged. That's it. Maybe a little more thick. Some more. Again, we need to move this. Yeah. We can include this in the house or the hut. Make sure to use a small thin brush so that the strokes and the lines are clear enough. And even if you feel that your house is not very perfect, make it a big one. Make the house big. That's it. Now let's do the other part. This is the base of the bridge, the pillars of the bridge to go to this house. That's it. So far, so good. Let's see what all we can do. Are you all with me? Anyone has any questions? Black color. But it doesn't drop. So whenever you are doing the painting, just make sure that you cover your colors, otherwise it dries. And make sure that whenever you have such kind of painting wherein you are going to use a lot of colors, lot of different colors, and you're going to mix them up, then make sure that beforehand only you start spreading it. Because once it dries, it doesn't spread much, or it doesn't spread well. So we are done with that. Now I'll do some strokes of white in the water to make it look like a water, right? We have to show the moonlight on the water. So just take some white. Just some white here. Yeah. And then we'll be spreading that. We'll be just spreading our hand horizontally, just to show the moonlight, not too much. Just some strokes here and there. I'll show you how to get perfect. While doing your watercolor, that time it has to be light blue, and it should not be evenly blue. It can be anything, because yeah, now I dried up my brush again, washed it, cleaned it, and now I'll be taking just some water, just the tip of it that I've dipped in water. Now I'll be just spreading this. Just go over the strokes that you've done with the color and spread it. You don't need to smudge it a lot. You don't need to spread it a lot. Just try a little bit. And if you find this also difficult, then you can just use your finger. Oh, my fingers are all dirty. I'll take a brush. Bigger brush, thicker brush. Just try to smudge it. We want the strokes, but then we don't want it too bright, and we don't want to spread it a lot. But make sure that you are doing the strokes horizontally. Are you all with me? I hope you're doing so far so good. Anyone has any questions? Anyone of you need my help?
No, ma'am.
Use the brush like this. Ask her to use the brush like this. No, not vertical, just horizontal, just lines. Yes, use a thin brush. Use very less color, very thin line. That's it. Let go ahead.
Yes.
Just spread that across. Yes. and make sure that you are doing the moonlight under the moon. Don't use the brush up and down. Just use it left to right. Yes. I'll just show it to our viewers. So far, we are done with this. Bachas, so far we are done with this. Don't spread the white color too much and use the brush horizontally. Not to do this. We don't want to mix the white too much.
Children are also cherishing the joy of painting.
Yeah.
And they're doing it very well. Just like perfect artists.
Art, drawing, painting. As soon as you start painting, you already feel like an artist, right? Okay. So now let's put some grass, shall we? Okay. Now I'll take a little thicker brush. This was the brush that I used for making black color. This was the brush that I used for making black color. And this I'm using for making grass. So I'll be using both of this, but little by little. Now I'll be just making some grass. So I'll just take some black color, and there's no fixed rule of grass. It can be anyhow. So you can just draw some ground. First we'll make some ground, some line for the ground.
Children, I hope you all are enjoying it. And you all are following the instructions what ma'am is saying and doing a really artistic work.
If you need any help, let me know. Then make sure that you're doing the side of the canvas too. Good. Are we good till here? Bachas, are we good till here? Okay. Now let's do some grass. And again, not to worry, grass can be of any shape. There are lots of types of grass. So your grass should not, doing grass should not be a problem. So we just dip or maybe take some color, just maybe one drop, not much. Just dip the tip of the brush, thin brush, very thin brush. Just take some color in the tip of the brush. Now, we will be, whenever we are doing grass, the starting of the grass, the top of the grass is thin and the base is thick. So always make sure that you make the grass from down to up. So maybe like this, like this. And there's no perfect shape of grass. It can be anyhow. You can make more of it. So at one place also you can have a bunch of and on top of it you can do some kind of dangling. On the tip of the grass, you can do some kind of flowers or some kind of dots to make it look like some small leaves or small flowers. And at the base again, you can draw small streaks of grass. Don't use too much of color. And don't use too much of water. Grass does not have any fixed shape or size, so you don't have to worry about how it is looking or is it matching with mine. So you can draw however you want. And you can introduce new trees also. You can introduce new things here. There's no hard and fast rule. So we just do some dots just to show it as but make sure that whenever you make the grass, it has to be, your brush has to go from down to up. And then just some small streaks of grass here and there. That's it. What else? What else you want to introduce? Are you all with me? Anyone needs any help? Okay, so far we are done with okay. Now I'll do some correction in the moon. Because my moon is not very perfect, isn't it? It's not looking very down. So I'll do some correction in the moon. That's it. Make sure that you wipe your hand while you're doing white or while you're doing black. That's it. So now let it dry. And then you can sign your creation. You can sign your creation at the bottom of this. I'll just write my name here. All my students like to write this. They like to write their name under their masterpiece. Let me share a small piece of story, a small event, we can call it. Till the time all of you all are finishing, you all can enjoy this. So during the time when like I had announced this workshop and some parents, they came to inquire. So that time I told them, okay, like they had a complaint about their student, about their child, that their child doesn't sit at all and keeps moving all the time. Keeps moving all the time. Yeah. What we'll do is I'll just show. Okay, now let it dry till the time students are doing. I'll just share two small stories, events we can call it. So when parents came for inquiry, one of the parents, they came and they were asking, what do I do? My child he does not sit at all. And I could see that the child was so mesmerized with everything around. So I had 1,000 square feet hall. So in the hall, he was running everywhere. So even parents were confused, like how to control, how to teach him anything. I said, okay, you join him for art and craft workshop. They were like, oh, how can I? Like, he doesn't sit at all. Then how will he do canvas painting or how will he do any kind of art and craft? I said, just try. And to our surprise, like I knew that students, once they see other people doing it, they also want to do it. So first day the child came, he was running in the whole premises and seeing everything and running, Till then other people were doing some art and craft. He used to come, see and go, The next day again he came, he was running. And I didn't stop that child from running around or from not doing, like not to scold for them, not to scold them for not doing whatever art and craft is being done. So parents were like, how you're not telling them anything? They are not doing anything. I said, let's wait for 2-3 days. Second day also the child came, started running everywhere. Then he used to come, just see what the students are doing and then just sit beside, not to do anything. Then again, as soon as we tell him to do, he used to again start running. Still, I didn't force him to do. Third day, he came, he saw everyone's drawing, he saw everyone's art and craft. He said, even I want to do. So that is the day when he started the painting, with the painting also and the art and craft also. And when the parents came to take him, they were like quite happy. Oh, wow. Is it this? His work? Is it his work? Really? So they were quite surprised. So it happens with children that when they are seeing everything, what other people are doing, even if we don't force them, they still like to do it. And then later on, he never had any kind of problems. He never said no for doing any kind of art and craft. And that is when he started becoming calm, little bit calm. So art and craft or any kind of art, any kind of artwork is very calming for our mind. Second event I'll tell you about the same thing. One parent came to me, they said that we want our child to go for some classes. I said, what kind of classes? Then they were asking some kind of classes that the child's handwriting is not good. I said, I do have handwriting classes, but then if you join her for canvas painting, then she'll enjoy and she'll be able to do things in a better way. So again, they were like, oh, she's not interested in drawing and she does not do, like she's very fumbly. She doesn't like to do things neatly and she doesn't do write properly and she just writes somehow. I said, that's okay. Just put them in canvas painting or some kind of painting work or some kind of art and craft work. So again, parent was like, oh, no, we don't want to take her to any kind of drawing exam or any kind of other work. So what do? We don't want her to come for canvas painting. I said, you just try once. Then they saw the way the daughter, she did the painting. They were very happy. So when parents came and saw, they said that why should they do canvas painting? I said, see, whatever you do, you're doing with your fingers. Throughout the life, whatever work we do, throughout the day, whatever work we do, we are using our hands, mainly our fingers. So while doing the painting, we are using fine motor skills. We are developing a fine motor skills. So when you are developing fine motor skills, automatically all your other work also gets improved. So definitely her handwriting also improved after she started drawing, and her mind also became calm that yes, she can do it. And she was quite confident enough that yes, I can do it. I can do better than what I used to do before. So these are the two small short stories. So never ever tell your students, oh, tell your children not to do this. This is time pass. This is no, like this is not going to give you any kind of career, or this is not going to help you at all. This is definitely going to help you. Developing fine motor skills with other kind of exercises is more boring. It becomes quite boring for children sometimes, but developing fine motor skills with this kind of work, that becomes very easier, that becomes very enjoyable for students. So are you all done with the painting, students? Yes. Great.
I hope everybody has enjoyed this session. The children have shown their creativity along with the madam, and they have really Rohini Khatri, Mehak, Arya, Isha, they have done wonderful paintings. Really done very beautifully. They brought their imagination on the paper. Thank you so much, ma'am. I hope everybody watching our webinar will surely be benefited by this fun time and creative webinar, thus ensuring relaxation of mind and thoughts. Thank you so much, ma'am. And it's really going to help all our viewers who are watching us on Facebook also, so that they can put their imagination on paper and enjoy this activity. Thank you so much. Over to you, Sarika teacher.
Thank you, Gitanjali. Thank you so much. Now, I request our principal, Mrs. Jacinta Manuel ma'am, to kindly share her views regarding our today's webinar. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Art can speak things that cannot always be said with words. Ma'am has beautifully explained about canvas painting, how one can help others to evoke and validate their emotions, providing comfort. And I'm sure our students will develop their creativity, support their emotional well-being, and also improve their memory and concentration. Thank you so much, ma'am. Over to you, Sarika.
It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. I really feel glad to express my vote of thanks to our today's chief guest, Mrs. Dipali Akolkar ma'am, for the wonderful session with us today. Ma'am, you dedicated your life to what brings you joy. By pursuing these passions, despite of the risk and fear You have inspired all of us to do the same. I extend a hearty vote of thanks to our chairman, Shri Subhashji Parmar sir, who gives his priority and makes all the efforts for the improvement of our education quality. Sir's knowledge and skills are impressive and makes tasks much easier. A very big thank you to our principal, Mrs. Jacinta Manuel ma'am, for her timely help and support. My utmost gratitude to our technical team for their hard work. We deeply appreciate every member of the team for showing relentless effort for all the webinars till date. Last but not the least, a very big thank you to all our teachers, parents, students, and our Facebook Live viewers. It is a great honor to have you all attentive and tuned in. In case you missed anything, here is a recording that recaps everything we covered, which would be available on our Vijay Vallabh YouTube channel. Hope to see you all in our next webinar. Till then, thank you.
Acharya Shri Vijay Vallabh School, Pune, India. Thanks all our viewers for giving your overwhelming response. Thanks to our today's eminent guest. A special thanks to our chairman, Shri Subhashji Parmar. A big thanks to our team members. Mrs. Jacinta Manuel, Principal. Mr. Kalpesh Darji, Team Leader. Mrs. Sarika Paigude, Teacher. Anjali Gullab. Once again, thank you all. Thank you all the viewers for watching this webinar. We look forward seeing you next Sunday for yet another. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.